Yep. Good evening, everyone. So last session we discussed about how to handle another structural directive called ng for. We learned how to use ng if, ng switch. Another one is ng for. Today we will see one example by using ng for. How to use that one simple example we will try. So what we will do is we will take one API related data and we will try to present that API data. So we will see how to handle. So ng for, yesterday we discussed how to use nested, how to present ordered list, how to present table, how we can present the data. So today we will try with some complex data, how to handle. So let's take one small example. You can go to this website api.nasa.gov. You can visit this website. In that they will provide some ready-made data. We will try to use and present the data. So you can visit this website. So that is api.nasa.gov. This is NASA API website. In this you can go to browse APIs. In browse APIs, so many APIs are there. I am selecting Mars rover photos. And you can see this is Mars rover photos. This is the API URL. This is the URL. I will select this URL and you will see some data is coming. Now our responsibility is to present this data in a clean format. So first, in order to present data, first we should know what type of data is coming. What is the data type? This is, you can observe, this API is returning, this symbol indicates object. It is returning an object. That object have a property called photos. Photos is what type? Photos is an array. Array of what? Array of object. And in every object they have ID, they have sol, they have camera. Camera is again object type. Camera is again object. In that ID, in that name, in that full name, and image source, and earth date, rover. Rover is again object. Actually, this is one object inside that array. Now what is our responsibility is to present this. We need to present this data in a clean format so that user can easily understand. So let's see how to handle this. This is NASA API. I will copy this URL. Okay. Now we will try this. Let's add one component here. I will add a new component, ng generate component NASA API skip test. Okay, I am creating a component called NASA API. Let's keep this NASA API component in the startup. I will keep this in app module NASA API in index. So NASA hyphen API. So this is NASA API. Okay. Let's open this local host. It is working fine. I want to present this data. So what we have to do, let's go to NASA API TS file. And here we need to fetch the data coming from that API. Now, what type of data is coming? Object is coming. So in that object, again, array is present. In that object, array is present. That array name is photos. So what we will do, we will declare a property called, so public, we will declare, so Mars object. Okay. And it is because data is coming object type. So we will make it as any type. Or you can do one thing, you can create a contract for that. Already I showed you how to create a contract. Because different types of data is there, you can simply mark it as any. Now it is any type. So, and it is an object. It is an any type of object. Okay. So this is the property which we declared for fetching data coming from particular NASA API and to store that. Because we know that object is coming, we created object type. Now let's write a method, public get, so API data. Okay. This method have to fetch the data from API. We will use fetch, which is a JavaScript promise. Fetch from this particular URL. I will paste this URL. This is NASA Mars rovers photo related API. Okay, you know, then I will use a response implies response.json. I will convert the data into JSON. After that, another then we have to collect the data. So this data we need to apply. So this is an object that we need to apply to this Mars object. What we have to do, this dot Mars object is equal to whatever data is coming. So an object is coming, we stored it. Now here, when component is initialized, on initialization, we will call this method. What is the method? This dot get API data. So that method executes, it will fetch the data and it will store in Mars object. Okay, let's present this Mars object. So let's go to the HTML. Here we will design a div container fluid, and here we will keep a heading Mars rover photos. In that I will put a table form. and class table hover like this. In this table header, in that row, in that first cell, th, I will give. I want to display, I don't want to display all details. I want to display only few details. Like I want photo ID. Okay, so heading I will keep photo ID. Second, I want to display camera full name. I want to display camera full name. Which camera took that photo? So camera name. Okay. Next heading, preview. Preview is photo. That means in preview, I want to display image source. Image source contains the image path. That is the photo JPG file. That is image SRC. And I want one more here. So I want rover name. Rover name. You can see there is a rover object. In that rover name is there, curiosity. So every object in API have a lot of data, but we are not presenting everything. We are just extracting only what we want. Okay, now you can see here the headings are ready. Now we need to generate a row. Remember, we are fetching the data and storing in which location? Mars object. And what is the data type? Data type is object. In that object, it is not array. In that object, there is a property called photos, which is an array. Then what we have to do? In the HTML page, in table body, we have to repeat the row. How to repeat? ng for let item of collection. Collection is Mars object. Is Mars object a collection? It is not collection. It is just an object. In that object, what is the collection? We have dot photos. That is the collection. That means in that photos is the collection. So because you can see here, photos is the property in that particular object. That photos property is array type. That means we have to access those photos. Okay. Now for every photo, we will put a cell. In the first cell, we want photo ID. That means item dot ID. It will get the photo ID. Now let's see here in the output, all the IDs are coming. We are fetching the data from that particular API. In the second cell, so let's go to the second cell. Here we want to display camera name. How to get the camera name? There is a camera property. In that there is a full underscore name. You have to mention the property names exactly how they are defined in API. So what you have to do? Item dot camera in that full underscore name. It will get the camera full name. You can see camera full name will come. Now I want the preview. In the next cell, preview. Preview is photo. Then here we need image. Image will have SRC property. To that we have to bind item dot, what is it? Image, img underscore SRC. Width is 100 and height is 100. Now you can see all the images, source, you can get all the images here. These are all images. Hundreds of photos are there. All those images are here. Now I want rover name. Then in another cell, we need item dot rover in that name. it will get the rover name, and you can see it will display the rover name. All that will come. This is a simple approach how we can design. So we are fetching the data and we are displaying the data in a tabular form. Majority in your Angular interviews, what they do is they will give some screen designs and they will give some API address and they will say that fetch data from this API and create these designs. Now in this design we are just presenting, but later in this design we can add a lot of functionality. Suppose I want only photos taken by front hazard avoidance camera. Then we need to put a filter. I want only the photo taken by Curiosity rover. That means we need to design filters. So how to do that we will learn, we will discuss. First, you must be perfect in presenting the data. To present data, first you should know what type of data is coming. First you should know how to store the data which is coming. Because many times where you will fail is, you will fail in declaring data type. You will declare object type, but array is coming. You will declare array type, but object is coming. That means at beginning level, because you are newly using TypeScript, then the difficulty that you will face is understanding what data type to declare. Because Angular 14 onwards, data type is very strictly typed. Earlier in Angular versions, data type doesn't have much problems because we just mention any type we can handle. But now it is very strong. Due to that, data type issues are coming very frequently for the people who are using recent Angular, right? That is the reason we discussed data types, how to handle them in TypeScript very well. So you need to be careful in that. So first understand what type of data is coming. Second, declare that type of reference to store the data. Then correctly you can handle. Okay. So now this is data coming. This is all the data. Presentation, your wish. Currently, how I am presenting? I am presenting this in a simple table form. Okay. Let's do one thing. I will copy this now. So this is an example. So this is NASA API.component.ts. In the TS file, we just fetched the data coming from API. We stored in a Mars object and we are presenting it. This is the component NASA API.component.html. Let's present this HTML page also I am giving. This example is, let's say, presenting NASA API in table format. Let's see any another format. Suppose majority websites, you see shopping websites and all, how they present data is shopping websites and all, they present data in card style. Majority of websites data presentation will be in card style. For example, you see, suppose you opened Amazon, you see all the products information in Amazon. All the products information in Amazon is a card style. These are all cards actually. These are all cards, boxes. Those boxes are called as cards. Suppose you see some website, some Naresh IT.com, right? In this Naresh IT website, you can see some courses details. These are all cards. course name, its details, everything is done in a card style. So that means now let's try how to present this in a card style. We can use Bootstrap card styles and we can present such data. So let's see one simple now. Data is same, presentation style we are changing. So I will remove this table. And now how to design a card? I will put div. In that I will put a class called dflex, display flex, flex wrap. We will use flex wrap. In that we will design a div. This div have a class called card, margin 2, padding 2, and the style width is 200 pixel. Okay, now I want this card to repeat. For every photo, this card should repeat. Then we have to write ng for inside that card. ng for let item of what is the collection? Mars object dot what is it? Photos. That is the collection we are having. That means for every collection, for every item, it will design a card. In this card, I will put image. So image source is item.img underscore src class card image top. That is the class given for card. Height, I will give 150 pixels. Now in the card, we usually have card header. In card header, I will put a heading. Here I will print item.id, means photo ID. After that, I will give here class as card footer. I'll say card body. In this, I am designing a data list with the data term. Here we have camera name. Data definition, here we want to display item.camera.name. It is full underscore name. Another is rover name. Another data definition, item.rover.name. This is card body. And in the card footer div class card footer, I am designing a button and I will say more details like this. And I will use class BTN primary or dark like this and W100. Now you can see every product is displayed in a card style like this. It will display all the pictures in a card style like this. Previously, what we have done, we designed in a tabular. Now we have designed in a card style. So presenting is important. That means they will give you data, they will give you screen designs, and they will say that present like this. Right? These days for Angular interviews, what they do, they say that we will send you email. In that email, you will get a task, finish the task and submit. And in that task, they will send you screenshots. They will give you API URL and they will say that use this data and design this presentation and submit to us. They will even give 2-3 days time, even for experienced people. That means you got a job as experience. That means interview. For experienced people also, to test his experience levels and all, they will give these kind of tasks and they will say that you first do this and show us. Right? That's the reason you must understand the data. You must able to present in different designs. Bootstrap will teach you different designs which you can present. Right? So this is one style. We presented in a tabular form. and we presented in a card style. These are very popular, tabular cards. These are very popular. Okay, let's copy this. TS file is same. There is no change. Only HTML file changes. Another example, we are displaying card style. Card style. This is NASA.api, NASA API.component.html. The TS file is same, only HTML file is changing here. Okay, right. So I'm showing different presentation styles, how we can do. Suppose if anybody asks like, if I click on the photo, it should open full size. Then how you will do? There are so many techniques. If I click on the photo, it should open full size. Actually, for that, what we do, if they ask like that, then this image must be clickable. For that, I have to keep that in a link. Clickable means I should keep it in a link anchor. In anchor, what is href? href is same item dot, what is it? Image source. And where it should open? Your wish. You can open in a separate tab, or you can open in some other frames. Later we will design. Simply I will put target is equal to, underscore blank now. That means now what happens is every picture is clickable now. When I click on that picture, it will open in a separate tab. It will open in a separate tab. That means every picture is clickable. It will open in a separate tab. Right? So sometimes they ask like, no, I don't want to open in a separate tab. In the same page, pop-up should come. Right? In the same page, pop-up should come. Now, sometimes they say that put only thumbnails, and when user clicks, then in the pop-up detail should come. So all such presentation we will try in different levels. You must able to design them. We will see how to create them also. Okay. So initially, this is a simple technique. So we kept that in a link. That link href also same image, but target we are displaying in a blank. Actually, we can use lot of other techniques. So we will gradually see in different examples. Okay. Now this is one simple point, how we can present the data. Okay. Let's take another style of data and see how to present them. This is NASA API. Let's try another style of data. Let's see. There is another website. Online you will find so many websites. There is another website, fakestoreapi.com. You can try this. In this website, they will provide some sample data for a shopping site. For a shopping site, whatever sample data is required, some sample data they will provide. Let's try this data and see. So we have this NASA, and we will see this fake store. Just to understand different types of data presentations. Okay. You visit this website. Actually, in that, they have some methods like /products. Actually, it returns an array of objects. They have /products of 1, that is number. This will return an object. Already we used a fake store, but we will try various methods now here. Now they have another one, products/categories. What this will do is products/categories, it will return array of string type. That means it will return all the categories in the form of string. Okay. They have products slash category slash category name like jewelry. So this returns again array of objects. It returns array of objects. So these are some sample data they are having. Let's create a presentation and see how we can create the presentation. Let's try this. Let's see this fake store API, how we can design. I will go to the components. Let's add another component. I'm adding ng generate component. Suppose shop. This is shop. Skip test. Okay. I'm just adding a component called shop. Okay. And fine. Now keep it in the startup app shop. Okay. And in app module, shop component here. Okay. Now we can see shop is working fine. Let's create a simple design for this. Let's create a small design for this. I will use here one thing, right? Let's take a shop. Yeah. And in this HTML, let's create a design. Let's create some design. I will do one thing. I will take a shopping template like design and try. You can go to this website getbootstrap.com. Yeah. In this, there is themes category. You can go to themes category. In the themes category, lot of website themes are there. I will take one shopping theme. Let's take a shopping theme. Just any shopping, basic shopping theme is there. We will use a shopping theme and try to design the basic shopping theme here. These are all general templates. Portfolios and others will be there. A basic shopping theme we will select and try to design it. This is supermarket. Okay, let's select this. Yeah, this is shopper. This is the theme I will select here. See the preview, live preview. This is the design. This is the design. We will try to create this design. That means basic header with some data also. Functionality we will keep. Some data functionality. So let's create this here. Means first basic design I will create, later we will do the complete setup, right? So let's create this type of template and see how to handle this, right? I will take the header at the top. Okay. What I am doing here, a div class container fluid, and I am designing a header. In the header, there is a div. In this, we have a shopper. And in this, we will put a class called brand name. Okay. After that, another div. In this, we have a button. I will just give the button as some home. And actually, that button or link, you can make it as a link. Okay. So anchor, this is home. Actually, we will keep in a span. So home, anchor, home. Okay. And another one, according to our fake store data, I will keep a span, and anchor, I will say like categories. Categories like home should display all. I will say electronics. I will use another span, anchor, and here I will say jewelry. And here another span, so anchor men's clothing. Okay, another span here. So here this is women clothing. Like this we define clothing. Like this we added these options. Okay. After that, another div is there. Now in this div, I will add the symbols. So we have a span. So class, so BI search. Another span, class BI person. So, and another span, class BI, what is it? BI heart. Okay, another span, what is it? Class BI and BI cart for something. Now this is the basic design here. Here this is the design. These are all the contents we have. This is the content we design. Now what we will do is, let's go to the header, say class as dflex, justify content between. Then it will keep all of them side by side. At the top, all of them are side by side. Now, what is the brand name here we are having? Let's go to CSS now. In the CSS, we have brand name. Brand name, font size as 20 pixel, font weight as bold. That makes thicker, okay? And wherever header, in header there is a span, then margin right 20 pixel. That means some gap will be there. That's good, right? This is enough. This we want to do at the top. And font weight will give bold. That will be bold. That is fine. These are the options we are having. And for header, I am giving more here, class BG dark. Okay. And text white and padding 2. This will add some more effect like this. This is the header we designed. That is the header we created. Shopper, home, electronics, jewelry and all. Now what should happen? I can give some functionality here now. Functionality is whenever page opens, all products must come here. All category products must display here. Whenever I open, all category related products must come. Then what we will do is, to display all category related products here, we will put a filtering also, right? Left side, I will use a section. Left side we have a nav, and right side we have a main. Okay. Now in this nav, I am creating a div and a label. I will say as a select category. Okay, I will create a div and I will create a drop down. So class as form select. You can see there is a drop down here, and this section will have class row. Now have class called 3, called 2, main have class called 10. That means it will display like this. You can see category name will be left side. We have the category name left side. Now what should happen here is, when page loads, whatever categories are available, those categories, I want to display these categories in the drop down. Those categories must be displayed in the drop down, all the categories. Actually, for that, we have an API. What is that API? Fake store /products/categories. It is returning all categories array. Now we need to fetch these categories and display inside the drop down. So drop down is not having standard items. We will add them. So how to do that? So first we need to go to the TS file. In the TypeScript file, we need to create a simple public categories. Categories is a string type array. Initially it is empty. Now we need to fetch all the categories and load. So we will write a method load categories. So fetch from where? http://fakestoreapi.com/products. Then response implies response.json, and collect categories and apply these categories into this dot categories is equal to whatever categories collected. That means all the categories information is here. Now categories is an array. We need to load these categories into this drop down. That means in the drop down we have to create an option. This option should repeat for every category present in categories collection. So here we have to use what? ng for let category of what is the collection name? Categories. We are reading every category from categories and the category name should display here. Now you can see simply the category name will be displayed here. All the category names should come and display here. Load categories should work on initialization. On initialization, we have to call this dot what? Load categories. Now all the categories will be loaded here. But you see, it is returning an object of all categories because the API I used here. So it is returning all products, but we have to return what? / what is it? Categories. This will return all the categories and it will display them here. We have electronics, jewelry, men's clothing and all. But I want all these category names in uppercase letter. So we will do one thing. Later you will learn in Angular the shortcut techniques. Here simply this text you can apply a pipe symbol and put uppercase. Then automatically this string will be converted into uppercase. We call them as pipes. Later you will learn about pipes detailedly. Temporarily I am applying uppercase, then all will be uppercase here. I am not using any label here then, so it is a simple content here. And this row margin top 2, then it will adjust little down here. This is the category names it is displaying. But very important is by default it is starting with electronics. But I want one more at the top, all. All means all should display. But in their data they don't have all. But we want all. Then you can do one thing. When you are fetching the data and what you are doing here, you can see we are applying all these categories into this array. What you can do is, before you apply all these categories into array, you already know how to add a new category. How? Just what you can do is, into that categories, into the categories, you can use unshift. Unshift, you know unshift, right? Unshift means it will add a new item as first item. Which one? All. That means it will add that all, and you can add. Now you can see all will come. That means I am adding all as first item and I am displaying here. These are all the categories in drop down. These are all available at the top also. Now what I want here is in the middle, I want to display all products. That means in the middle, I want to display all the products in a card style. In a card style, we want to display all products. So let's do where to display. We want to display in this main area. So I will put this main area deflex and flex wrap. Then it can display side by side. In that, we need to design cards for every product. First, how to fetch the products? Let's create another method. Now we will create another public. What is it? Products. Products is any type array and it is initially empty. Now we need to fetch all the products. I will use another method, public load products. What should load products do? It should fetch data coming from fakestore api.com/products. Then we will get response and return the response into JSON. Then we will collect the products and we will apply this to this dot products is equal to whatever the products we collected. That is fine. Now load products on initialization, this dot load products. We are loading the products. Now products must be displayed in this main area in a card style. So actually every product have a lot of details which already we worked with. So I will use a div. What is the class? Class is what? Card. Margin 2, padding 2, and every card style width is 200 pixel, and every card should repeat. Then we have to use ng for let item of what is the collection name? Products. Now we need to display image source. It is item dot image. I will put a class called card image top. Okay, and height I will give as 150. Next we will design a div. This is class card header. In the card header, we want to display the product title. Then we will access item dot title. And for header, I will give style height as 140 pixel. Fine. After that, we will design class card body. In the body, we want to display the price. Data term, data definition, we will display the price. Item dot price. In the next, we will display rating. And rating, I will use data definition here, span, class bi star fill, text success. And here we will display item dot rating dot rate. And here we will print item dot rating dot count. Okay. Now we will design card footer div, another class card footer. In that we will put a button with a span, class bi cart 2, and add to cart. And this button will have class btn danger something, and w100. Now you can see every product information will be like this. Means whatever products are present, all the products information is displayed in this way. It is displayed in this way. Now very important is I am scrolling these products. While I am scrolling these products, I don't want the header to scroll. Right? I don't want the header to scroll. There are so many techniques to do that. Actually, what you can do is, for this header, we can put a class called position sticky, and top, we can give top 0. Position sticky top 0. Then when I scroll, rest of content will be scrolled. But I need to keep only this content scrolling. Then there is another technique you can try. What you can do is simply this main area, we can keep style height as some 500 pixel, and we can keep overflow as auto. Then what happens? Only this will be scrollable. Only this will be scrollable. That means it will not allow the header to scroll. It will not allow the header to scroll here. Only this is scrollable. Now these are all the products present in that fake store. Now we need to apply filters here. We need to apply filter. That means when user selects jewelry, only jewelry should come. Now we need to apply filters. That means generally we got only data. On this data, all types of functionality we need to implement. So now the question is how to know which category they selected. That means when they are changing the category, we have to collect the category name. Only that category related products must display here. That means currently, see here, whenever user changes the category, the products must load. That means what we want here is this load products should load so many times. But every time it will not load same products. It will load electronics, it will load jewelry, it will load men's clothing, like that. So what we will do is we will design a method. It will get the URL, which is a string type, and that URL we will apply here. That means now we created load products in such a way that it is reusable. It is reusable, and whenever you want to use it, you need to pass the URL. So when load products here, we need to pass the URL. Initially, what it should load all products. That means HTTP fakestore.api.com/what products. That means what it is doing, it is loading all the products. That is working fine. Now we need to write a event for change. We need to write an event for change. So let's write one method. So public, what is the method? Category changed. Category changed is the method. This method is what type? Void type. And very important, this should fire up when user selects the category, changes the category. So we need to go to HTML. Where is the drop down? The drop down is here. Here we have to write a event. What is that event? Change. Change which method to call? Category change. Category changed method should fire up. Category changed method should fire up. Now how to send which category they selected? We need to send the category name. Which category they selected? We need to send the category name. How to send which category they selected? Category name we have to send. So we can use MVVM approach or we can use MVC approach. In MVVM approach, how to collect the data of this drop down? In MVVM approach, how to collect the data coming from this drop down? We have to first define a name. Am I right? Name is what? Suppose I will give category name. Okay. Right. So next, So I will just give category. Okay. Next, we need a ng model. After that, we need a hash. What is the hash? Category is equal to ng model. This makes it MVVM. This makes it MVVM. Now, how to collect this particular category value? And we need to send that into this event. Understood? The category value you need to send. That means here we have to use category dot, what is it? Value. That means now this method should collect that value. Category value is a string type, na? So what we have to do here, we need to collect category, which is what type? String type. That means we are sending the category value. That category value you are collecting here. Now let's just test whether category name correctly coming or not. We will use an alert category. Let's see whether the category name coming or not. I will select electronics. Electronics is coming. I select here jewelry. Jewelry is coming. Okay, now let's do one thing now. If it is coming, now what we have to do simply, we have to call the method. What is it? Load products. Load products. Into that, we need to pass the URL http://fakestoreapi.com/products/category/category name. Category name is dynamically coming. Dynamically coming from the parameter category. Understood? That means into load products, we are sending the category name. Only that category related products will come. That means now see what happens when I select jewelry, only jewelry products must come and display here. But it is not showing because one problem is there. Problem is the category names actually observe. If you have any issue, you can observe here in the console, there is no issue. In the console, there is no issue means your side there is no problem, but there is problem in API. There is the problem in API. Why there is problem in API? Because in that the category names are lowercase. The category names are lowercase. That means here we are sending in uppercase now. We need to send in lowercase. That means actually what we have to do now. So this have another option. Let's see here. What we have to do. This is uppercase displaying, but sending should be lowercase. Then we will use a property called value. What is the value? Value is a category. That means it will send in lowercase. It will display in uppercase. So that means it have to display the categories and show here. I select here some jewelry, only jewelry will come. Only jewelry products will come. I am selecting here electronics, only electronics will come. These are only electronic products. I am selecting here men's clothing, only that will come. Women's clothing, only that will come. Now it can filter only the details that you want. But very important is all is not working because we haven't written logic for that. We have to write now. So what we have to do here, we need to put a condition. What is the condition? If category is equal to what? All. If category is equal to all, then what should happen? If category is equal to all, then this dot load products. It should load all products. That means http fakestore api.com/products. It will return all products. Otherwise, it should load only the products that belong to category. That is the logic we are writing. That means now what happens when I select here all jewelry, only jewelry products, again all, then it will display again all products. That means we are accessing only jewelry, so only men's clothing and all, then it will display all products and it will show. Now I want the same thing to happen on this link click also. Can you tell how do we do this now? On electronics click, only electronic should come. Actually, these are links we just defined as links. That means link also can be defined with a click event. You can see this is header now. These links can be defined with a click event. Generally, we can configure them as buttons and we can define them as links. There are so many techniques. For example, see here, can we write a click event here? Suppose I will say electronics. So I will write a click event here. On the click event, what it has to do is it should call the function. Into that it should pass this category name. Am I right? Just we have to pass the category name. That means we need to collect this and we need to pass the category name. That means what we have to do, link also can be clickable. Right? Now here, what is the logic here? So I am using, what is that load? We will call the same method which you used for drop down. What is it? Category changed. Am I right? It is expecting a string. What is the string? Electronics. Understood? We are passing that electronics. That means here, when user clicks on electronics, then only electronics should come. Only electronics should come. Right? That means we can make them clickable. That means you see in style, what I will do is, wherever anchor hover is there, anchor is there, I will just put here cursor as grab. That means cursor grab means, so when you move, hand symbol will come. We are not using any href here. Right? Now similarly for jewelry, what should happen? So here we should use click. So click, what is it? Category changed. Into that we need to send jewelry. We need to send jewelry. That means when I click on jewelry, only jewelry products will come. I click on electronics, electronics will come. And I click on home, all should come. That means just we have to define, what is it? Click. Click, what is it? Category changed. Category changed. What we have to pass? All. We need to pass all. That means it is going to send all. That means this is jewelry, only jewelry products. And you click on home, then it will get all products again. Right? We need to configure that. So remember, we can set filter in several ways. For example, sometimes when you go to interviews, they will ask like left side, put some check boxes. And in the check boxes, user can select what categories he want. And all those categories must display. Because you see the shopping sites, they will say brand name, price range, they will say type. So many filters we need to apply. That means we need to use sliders, we need to use checkboxes, we need to use radios for designing such filters. We will apply some. So that means we can put here some sliders. Actually in the nav bar, so this is the nav bar, yeah. In the nav bar, just I designed here, suppose I said, so here we will put input type is equal to range. And here we have a class called form range. And here we are defining, so label, we are just defining a label and we'll say, so price range, like this we are defining. And you can see there is a slider for price range. We can keep the value, and when user is changing, it should filter accordingly. We can define minimum, maximum, how much numbers. All such implementation we have to do on this kind of example. But this is not done. So we have just designed two levels. First level, what we done? We are fetching the data. and we are displaying the data. Second, what we done, we applied some filters on the data. We are applying some filters on the data. Data filters I applied in both locations. From the navbar user can select, and from the drop down also user can select. We are giving both points. Now we need to implement one more. What is it? When user clicks on add to cart, this item must be added to cart, and here it should show me the number, one item. That means we must able to add these items into the cart, and there I should show the number, how many items are in the cart. And when user clicks on that button, it should show what are those items in the cart. That means now we need to implement this functionality. So what is the functionality to implement now? The functionality is when user clicks add to cart, we need to maintain this item in a separate collection, push that into that collection and update the count right side there at the top and show how many items are in the cart. And when user clicks on it, it should show those items which are in the cart. This all functionality we have to achieve. That we will do in next session. This is enough. Okay. First you need to try all this. Right? This may look simple, but not simple. Right? This may look very simple and easy, but not simple and easy. So it's not like easily you listen to this. So practically so many issues will be there. You need to practice. Then we can continue this implementation now. That means we will see how to add items to cart, how to view the items, how to remove items from the cart. All this kind of functionality we will see now. That we'll see in next session. Right? Up to this I will post. You have to practice this. Then next session, Monday, we will discuss how to continue this, how to design more with this. Okay? Monday we'll see that. Right?